Hi, I'm Stephanie Julia, your go-to coach for building and automating client attraction systems that grow your business with aligned clients. I'm pulling out my videos, my trainings over the years that I find valuable even today that can help you grow your business. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this training helpful. There's going to be plenty more to come. Now let's get started.
So today we're going to be talking about selling with your story. This week, if you have not seen, I went live. My show, my signature story was showcased live. The program I did was Strength on Stages, and at the end of the program, he does a showcase, and everything that I did, you guys learn. But anyway, we're going to get it together. So today I'm talking about selling with your story. And the reason why it's been kind of like the theme this week is I had a showcase recently. I think it was on Tuesday, where my signature story was shared with the world, literally. Like I've now have new followers. That was Instagram falling down. So now I like new followers, people asking me about my business and like what I do based off of that showcase. Reason why I wanted to do this was because this has actually been a theme inside of P3 Grow, is sharing your story, being vulnerable. Initially, a lot of coaches won't even think anybody's caring. That's what I heard from the coaches in the program. Like, no one cares about my story. I think, they just want to know how I can help them, right? You're not wrong. Most human beings are very self-centered, but the stories do more than just put your story out there to the world, right? Like, you want to um you want to use your story as a very powerful tool inside of your marketing, that's going to connect you with your potential clients and drive even more sales. So stories can why we do this, because stories are very, very impactful. um they will evoke emotion, create connections, and really influence decision making. And I actually went into a deep dive today, right before I posted that I was going to go live. What up, Christy? Right before I posted that I was going to go live with this subject, I was like, "Oh, what are the facts behind this?" So research is really strong about why people sell from like stages, sell with their story alone, right? Like, people sell with just their story. And there's science to back this up. So your brain activity will actually mirror the story. Like, you're in the story with you. So if I'm sharing a story, you're literally in that movement, that story with me as the character that I'm describing in that story. Has anyone ever heard a story and could feel like you had like a sense of empathy and relatability when you heard someone sharing their story? Like, I didn't actually live this, but I could feel it. So if you go on, yeah, absolutely, motivation to move forward is here with me on Instagram. And I just want you to even go back. Like, if y'all watch the showcase, the replay is in my link in bio, and you can hear everybody else's stories, not even just mine, and they're all very different. And when you attach yourself to listening to a story, it's like, I just want to be a part of whatever they're doing. So they're so powerful. And a lot of times, as coaches using social media to market their offers, it's very difficult to be that vulnerable, because you're literally being vulnerable to strangers. There's a couple of hacks that I want to share. I gave these to my clients a few days ago, and I want to share them with you openly. Y'all know, as I learn, I teach, and I like to share here with my community members. Is talk to one person. So when you're creating your story, which I have some tips on how to craft a story that sells, that you can use to sell, you want to feel like, talk as if you're talking to one person, right? Like, right now, when I first got on, I went live on StreamYard and then on Instagram. I'm talking and people aren't on yet, they're coming, doing all this, I always go live or share my posts or do anything for the look back. These become training lead magnets. Like, I'll be honest with y'all. I usually it's for the look back. What up, sis? I see K. Dot Moss is here with us. And you could probably totally relate to this, sis. So the when you talk to that one person, so when I was growing Catch Fights and Fitness and I was sharing my story, I talked to my ideal client. I talked to my the community member that I wanted to reach. And that's the only person that I talked to. Whenever I went live, whenever I shared my story, whenever I really got vulnerable, I talked to one person. And it took away the stress of trying to talk to literally everybody all over the social media and trying to get them into my no, I talked to the one chick that all I gotta do is speak to her and she gets me, right? Because I got so clear on that one person. Now back to the why, because I kind of went off on a tangent. That's not even in my notes. So if y'all get the notes, y'all be like, what about that part? You're gonna have to go to the niche training. But stories, so back to like why stories are so impactful. What up, Pearl? Um, these stories create like that connection with the storyteller and the listener. So when you're when you're sharing an experience, and your story doesn't have to be your lifelong story put together in 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be all, it could be a story about, like, y'all gotta watch the showcase. She was sharing a story about date night, right? Like, it does not have to be your whole life story. You can share pieces of your story every single week to connect with your audience. Oh man, the whole tribe rolling up here. What up, Carmen? Um, I just shared like how the science behind it, your brain activity kind of connects with the storyteller and the listener connect. And it's like you're moving in that experience with them when you're telling a story. The other thing I wanted to share is that when you are telling a story or when you're listening to a story, right? We're coming in from the ideal client lens. When you're telling your story, and it's an attention grabber, right? Dopamine gets released, right? So you have this heightened sense of awareness, y'all. Literally, the tribe is coming. What up, Lisa? um, and there's like, I forgot where I was. This is why I need to stop looking down at Instagram. But there's a like positive, like exciting experience now attached to your story. It could be a heavy story. Like, I'm telling you, that showcase, it was a lot of stuff that got picked up for me. It was very vulnerable and it's new vulnerable. That story actually was within everything that encompassed that story was within the past year. So I was very vulnerable, but I did it because I knew that that message was going to connect so much more powerfully if I was really sharing my story. Okay, yes, motivation to move forward said releases chemicals. Yep. Carmen, I love you too, sis. All right, so y'all just came in just in time. I was just trying to make this like, don't sleep on telling your story. I would tell it every single week. Take a piece of it and share it. For my fitness coaches, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's so sad. No one cared about the story of my clients. My clients will have amazing results. Like Tanya, who lost 40 pounds and 11 and a half inches off her waist. I talk about her all the time. When I tell you I talk about her and I share her results, share her before and after pictures, it'd be like my mom commenting saying, "Great job, Tanya." But then when I share my story, my before and after pictures, my like transformation, the community shows up. You gotta share your story. You gotta share like what you went through, where you came from, where you going, all that kind of stuff. People want to be attached in a community, not just to like a shitstorm of a community. Like, I'm in a community that has almost 200,000 people in it, and it's hard to feel connected there, right? There's no leader, there's no top actually in that store, in that community. I know if I became the leader of that community, what I could do some things for. So don't y'all sleep on being the leader of your community. They want to know your story. All right. I'm going to show you some things that you can do to craft the story piece even tonight, even if it's written. It can be a live video, just sharing it. My girl Johanna, I am Johanna. I think that's where she posted it. Did one the other day. Super proud of her. What up, Stephanie? Hey, Pearl said same. I had no intention to tell one story in particular, but SOS changes that and how I speak about my transformation. Yes, SOS got me too. They got me by he got me by the neck on the day of the recording. So that story that's in my showcase was created the night before. And it was the initial part where I talk about being in VIP happened like a month before I wrote that story. Like it's crazy how the how like we say. So like I just got off of a call with a client and she gonna kill me if she hear this, but she told me that she hated social media. Like it broke my heart the way she said it because it cut deep. And I'm like, why? I could not go deep into that story. But I can't wait for us to go deep so she can share that transformation, because there's a transformation to be had there. And the transformation, I'm gonna tell y'all the transformation that I had. I hated social media. I hated social media. I didn't use I all I did was post flyers. Any other fitness coaches doing that? All I did was post flyers, let people know, and I had a challenge coming up. And I would DM 100 people. That's the way I used it. I used it like literally, I don't want to trigger anybody, but if you could think of when you just going hard at something and you don't like care, you have no feeling attached to it. But I hated it until I learned what it really was meant to be. It's a connection piece. It's meant to connect you with communities that you can't that you may not be able to reach, like Pearl, Carmen. I would have never met these ladies without social media. Dead serious, because I would have read a book. Actually, no, I would have never learned about We Should All Be Millionaires, the book, without social media. Most likely without, right? Even Rachel Rogers, the writer, went viral because of social media and created a larger community because of it. But the person who referred to me that book, I met via social. I have yet to see her in person. I've known her for years now, and we talk almost every single day. I use social media to build my community and to connect with community members that I would never meet. I would never get that opportunity if I stayed in that. I hate social media. It's stupid. All I just use it to DM a bunch of people and get up in their DMs and don't even talk to them about nothing else. It's just like, join my challenge. I was horrible. Now I didn't know. I'm an evolved human now. I didn't know better back then. But now I get to connect with folks that I would have never met otherwise. Right? Just heard you sharing a podcast and loved your vibe. Thanks, Jen. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love the vibe in your picture actually. So okay, I'm gonna get to the point because I got another call in like 14 minutes. And y'all know I'll be trying to make these under 15, and y'all bear with me. So first thing that I did when I crafted my first story, because it's still like the story that I came to New York to record is still my story. It's still a big piece in me, and it's a very strong story that I share. It's in that showcase. It's a piece of it is in there, but it didn't encompass my whole story. I had a different message to share. So that's a great example of how you can have one story and it shifts and change, and you can change it to fit your CTAs and whatever you got going on in your business every single week, right? Every single week. All right, so I'm gonna get to the lesson, y'all. I'm gonna get to the lesson. I got a lot of stories. So first thing that I want you to do is identify a pivotal moment in your personal or professional journey. So, as my fitness coaches here, a lot of our stories are rooted in a physical transformation, what we learned, right? What we learned that led us to a physical transformation. But I want to challenge you to even get creative, because you probably already got that story. You already know that one. So what's a story That's really like, and I almost want you to use your intuition here a little bit and think of something that you just want to share. Like go within and you're like, I want to share this story, but I don't feel like it connects. Stick with me. All right. So first, create a hook for that moment, right? Let's see if I can give you guys an example. Let's see. I'm gonna use my intuition, but it might take a minute because sometimes I was over here talking too much. Um. Ooh, it's a good. So I pull tarot cards, and I was pulling them recently, so I didn't get to the hook yet. Don't judge me on my storytelling skills. I guess that is a hook. I pull tarot cards. That's a hook, right? Now y'all like, what's she doing with these tarot cards? What did you pull? Now you're intrigued, right? Or if if your audience actually knows tarot, what if I told you I pulled three reverse cards, three reverse swords cards the other morning after doing something in business? You'd be like, what did you do? So start with a hook that your audience can relate to. And you're always going to end like here's the sandwich model of your story. So start with a hook and with a call to action. Just make sure your hook and your call to action are relevant to who you're talking to. And then connect it with personal challenges and growth that match what your CTA is. So if your CTA is for them to join your coaching program, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you there. Connect the challenge inside of that moment to your coaching program. So something that let me say I can do. I'm doing this on the fly, y'all. I did not craft a story for you guys as an example. So let's say I'm gonna do it with the pull tarot cards, and y'all tell me if this is good enough to actually post. I might post this. Um, I pulled tarot cards the other day, and I I got three reverse swords cards right after, and I'm just real vulnerable right now. Right after posting in a really large group, and all and like in I was doing some market research. I was like, yo, what if I created a $5 a month offer that just like left my catch fight because I closed down catch fights and fitness temporarily. And what if I, created a $5 a month offer that was automated and they just had that? Like I didn't have to be in it. The systems were all automated and I can sell it on autopilot. And in this group, I knew I could create a buzz post right now. As of this morning, it's got like 200 comments on it. And I just posted it. I was just like, I'm going to just post it. And for whatever reason, I grabbed the tarot deck. I think it was like right by me at the time, pulled those cards, and I got three reverse swords cards. I have never had that much negative energy come from tarot ever. And basically the message was, what the hell are you doing? No, really was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, we got a plan. Why are you messing around with the plan? What do you don't trust me? Like when I tell you the energy that was given to me was like, what is wrong with you? Like what are you doing? How dare you go off rip like you know better? Like I'm telling you. And I even called a life coach that I had years ago, who's now a really good friend of mine, and was like, girl, let me tell you what just happened. I told her, and she was like, Stephanie, you already know, like, what you doing? And I was like, but I could probably make like, I was like confident. I was like, I could probably make like a good 5K a month just off of this automated system. And she was like, but those cards said you not. And when I tell you, I did it anyway this morning, y'all. I did it anyway because it took me out because I'm hard headed, and I spent an hour last night creating the automation because y'all know I'm really good at it. Did it this morning, and when I say I have never had something with that much buzz flop, and I'm not going to participate in it because that was the whole purpose. So I'm not going to bring my energy into it. So it literally like was like, yeah, no, this is not your plan. This is not your mission. This is not your purpose. This isn't even your passion. Like, sis. And so the CTA for you guys is is to stick to the motherfucking plan. Stop getting so scared or so wondering. Yeah, and blocked. Exactly. Like literally, like stick to the plan. Stop trying to mess with stuff. Like I really, really do trust the plan. But I was over there. I like fucking with things. I'm not even gonna farm show. I like fucking with things, seeing what works. I have control issues when it comes to using intuition in my business. But just to wrap this up, because y'all gotta go, and I ain't gonna front. But I could talk about this all day. But y'all see how like the story, sharing that can connect, and making sure that your story resonates with your target audience pain points and aspirations. And I already know if you are a business owner, you can absolutely relate to wanting to get off the plan and or move the plan along faster. Like take the blueprint and like let's speed this up real quick, right? Now, here's a cool a CTA that I'm gonna throw out real quick. So right now, if y'all don't know, if you didn't see the text message that went out to my community today, I'm doing business funnel audits. And I'm only opening up to a few more people because I am about to go on vacation and I don't want to cloud up my I want to give my open slots over to my clients before I head out on vacation. But if you have ever been interested in learning how working together can help you get after those, create, launch, and scale your online fitness coaching program, now is the time, sis. Now is the time because I am helping you get connected with your vision, your intuition, so that your business is flowing with you and without you, right? It's called my business funnel audit. And I want to give that to you for free just for booking a call. You can go to growyouronlinefitbiz.com/call and we can connect. There's some open slots in there. And let's connect in. And I will see you guys later. And I'm going to tell y'all, I promise these aren't usually this long. I do trainings every week, Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They're usually like 15, 20 minutes, but I should have known. Should have known if I wanted to talk about stories, it was going to go like this because I love to talk, y'all. Y'all going to see me on stages near you. All right. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, if you really liked it. And if you want the notes, just drop notes in the comments and I will send that over to you as soon as I clean them up. All right, y'all. Yeah, have a blessed day to you too. Motivation to move forward. And if you're not following me, I saw somebody say they found me on a podcast. Follow your sis. Let's connect. And don't be a stranger in the DMs. Peace. All right, bye, y'all. Bye, Facebook and LinkedIn.
Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a tip, a strategy on how to grow your business with aligned clients. Are you ready to take action? Start by taking the Discover Your Client Attraction quiz. It's designed to help you unlock the next step in attracting your dream clients effortlessly. I have the link down in the description. And also, don't forget to join my VIP coaches room. This membership community is designed with you in mind. It's designed for action takers. It has all the resources, guidance, coaching support, and community support you need to grow and scale your business with confidence. I'll see you in the next video. I cannot wait to see what you create.